Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro.
It's week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa, after his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Colts and the Chargers on Monday Night Prime Time.
These folks in the Circle City. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his third season now out of the University of Alabama.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Tua to throw right away. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Eckler again, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Ekeler with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now are ready to get the football back.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Only 3 there on the screen and second down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
All start. Offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that's going to be too high.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out on in order to try and get the upset win.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Chargers at 13-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Now it's Herbert. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Off the play fake to Ekeler, it's Herbert. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Running on first down, Ekeler. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charger football to start quarter number 2. as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Got his man, it's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Herbert. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 14th touchdown now on the year. Now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he goes out right around the 39. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
To me, the first, right, take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll hand off here to Eckler. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Holding offense.
Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, 65 yards. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse, and this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 2 and now on 1st down. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Dulin. Touchdown Colts! Ashton Dulin, 48 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Taking it about the 1. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout is going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Herbert off of play action. And that'll be incomplete.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Herbert operating from the red zone. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Tua, the final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours and camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them is what? Win the division. Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
It's a gain of 6. And the Chargers first down.
Here's Herbert.
Open man is Palmer.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
That's again complete to Palmer.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
5 yards remain on second down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On third down, here's Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Tua once again here on second and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Tua to throw again. And he's caught on the sideline. He's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Austin. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce, 45 yards. And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now down to 20. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
This taken in at the goal line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Up the middle with Eckler. Pushes, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Holding. Defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Tua now on 1st down. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll be brought down at the 27. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Check right. Check pink. Officer, green, yellow, line.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Switch red. Switch yellow. Blue check. Black one. Check right.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Second and 2.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Option play and they'll give to Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play and it's second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And they will take a knee here. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise and really willed his guys to the victory.
So for the Chargers, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo.